And welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge. In our previous BobBlast, we talked about shadows with a big strong light source. On one side, the other side's dark, and always a shadow. Remember, we talked about recognizable objects that sat on their shadows. But on this one, what do you do when you don't have a light source? And you're just working with color and a concept and a theme. Well, that's what this one's all about, with no light source. So there's no shadow because there's no light source. So what I'm doing here is playing and scraping and scratching and painting with all kinds of materials, exploring. Here's two colors, greens. Look at all the different greens and a focal point, complementary colors. I love doing this. Look at the dominant color. One dominant color, that was the concept, and one focal point. But let's see about how much play I can do during this abstract. So I have an idea, and I can't wait to show it to you. So before I start any painting, you recall, these are the things that I always look at first. What's the concept? What's the big idea? Why am I doing this? And the other one, what's the composition? What's the design? Is it vertical, horizontal, diagonal? That whole kind of a thing. There are about 16 of them or something like that. It's graphic designs. What's the color combo? I already figured this out. I go to the color wheel and figure out what colors am I going to be doing. Before I do the painting, I say continue, which means I'm going to do more than just one. That's the whole idea. You know, it'll loosen you up. If you do more than just one, you'll say, oh boy, I get to do it again and again, as opposed to, this is my last chance to do. Anyway, continue. And then stay committed. Whatever your concept is, stick with it. Don't keep changing your mind. Okay. Having said that, let me show you how I'm about to get started. I have my colors. It's mostly going to be blue. That's the dominant color. The focal point will be a red. I have my canvas already gessoed. Here is one of my charts that shows all the compositions. I have decided I'm going to use a cantilever and this one, meandering. So it's mostly going to be bluish, with a lot of meandering on one side, just like this, cantilevered, and one little thing over here. And I already have the title. It's called Meander Alone. Let's get started. Yay! So whether I do an abstract painting or a painting that has some recognizable objects in it, I always tone the canvas with a dominant color. Always, either a warm tone or a cool tone. On this one, I'm going to start off this abstract painting with no light source, which means there's no shadow. It's just going to be a bluish canvas. And then we'll see what happens after that. And the composition will be meandering and also cantilevered, which means there's going to be a whole lot of something on one side and a little tiny thing on the other side rather. And that's why it's called Meandering Alone. So that's the title. Here we go. I have my three blues. These are my Holbein paints. This is Ultramarine Deep. This is my blue number 1 compost, and this is compost blue number 2. So there I have three blues, and here I have three choices for my focal point. It'll be red, which is pyro red, and also the primary magenta, and also my Luminous Opera. I have my white ready to go and my black over here. Big brush, and here we go. I wet the canvas first. I'm going to do this quickly. And the first color I'm putting on will be the blue number 2. Look at this, wow. So I know this is going to be dominant blue. I'm gonna play around with this other blue too. This is compost blue number 1. What a difference in here, it's pretty nice. Over here, since this is cantilevered, so I'm going to have a whole lot of stuff going on over here, and over here, the off balance. Off balance. I have a lot of negative space going on in here. How about the ultramarine blue? Wow, that'll really kick it in. Whew. Look at this, meandering. This is what we mean by meandering. I'm all over the place. Over here, and bingo, over here. We still have this nice off balance. It's kind of nice. Well, what about some black? Oh boy, why not black? It really kicks it in, doesn't it? And some white. Pure meandering. And I like to use my whole arm when I paint, by the way. Not my fingertips. Oh. And this is a good time to try new things. If you don't do it here, where else are you going to do it? Right? Different colors. Oh, I love that. I like to draw, by the way, too. Drawing with the edge of this wide brush, like that. Bring it over here, too. So there's a connection going on over here. More water. All right, but now we need to get in the focal point. Well, we know it's going to be over there, and there it is. You can't miss that. It's the hottest spot in the whole painting, but I want to relate it a little bit. So I still have that color on my brush. Ah, yeah. See, now there's a relationship. I don't know what it is, but there's a relationship. See? Now this is painting. So we have the busy areas, super busy, meandering, and one little spot over here, which becomes the focal point because it's so hot, right? And there's a lot of contrast around it. There we go. So dominant color is blue, all the different kinds of blues. There's the focal point, and the composition is off balance. Over here, a lot of meandering. Over here, off balance. Hey, I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you painted along with me. Now do your own, but follow the composition and the color theme before you get started. So have it all figured out, and then you can go play like this. I hope you enjoyed this video, BobBlast, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Hi there, I'm Bob Burridge, and this is all about Date Night with Bob. We just got finished doing one. See the paintings behind me? This is a 2-hour kind of a Zoom painting workshop is what it is. And we were painting for 2 hours. You can either do it along with me, or you can sit back and have an adult beverage and watch at the same time. This is called a fun thing we're gonna be doing. We've done them already, so it's called Date Night with Bob. And don't you want to do that on whatever nights we have? Check out the schedule. It's right behind me, and we're going to be painting like crazy. I'll see you on Date Night with Bob.